In the depths of every human soul lies a sacred whisper, an eternal echo that calls us towards something greater than ourselves. Perhaps you've felt it in those quiet moments between thoughts, a gentle stirring, a knowing that transcends ordinary understanding. That whisper, dear seekers, is no accident. It is the voice of destiny itself, reaching across the veils of ordinary existence to remind you of your extraordinary purpose. In those precious moments of stillness, when the world grows quiet and your heart speaks its deepest truth, have you not sensed it? That subtle yet persistent feeling that there is more to your existence than what meets the eye. These are not mere flights of fancy or random thoughts drifting through your consciousness. They are the first stirrings of an ancient remembering, a sacred call that has echoed through the ages, touching those whose souls are ready to awaken. Think back to those inexplicable moments that have graced your journey, when synchronicities aligned like stars in the night sky, when dreams whispered prophecies that later unfolded in your waking life, when your heart recognized a truth your mind had not yet grasped. These are the breadcrumbs on your spiritual path, the subtle signs that the universe has been guiding you toward this very moment of recognition. In the depths of every human soul lies a sacred whisper, an eternal echo that calls us towards something greater than ourselves. Perhaps you felt it in those quiet moments between thoughts, a gentle stirring, a knowing that transcends ordinary understanding. That whisper, dear seekers, is no accident. It is the voice of destiny itself, reaching across the veils of ordinary existence to remind you of your extraordinary purpose. In those precious moments of stillness, when the world grows quiet and your heart speaks its deepest truth, have you not sensed it? That subtle yet persistent feeling that there is more to your existence than what meets the eye. These are not mere flights of fancy or random thoughts drifting through your consciousness. They are the first stirrings of an ancient remembering, a sacred call that has echoed through the ages, touching those whose souls are ready to awaken. Think back to those inexplicable moments that have graced your journey, when synchronicities aligned like stars in the night sky, when dreams whispered prophecies that later unfolded in your waking life, when your heart recognized a truth your mind had not yet grasped. These are the breadcrumbs on your spiritual path, the subtle signs that the universe has been guiding you toward this very moment of recognition. Each of us carries within our being a divine spark, a fragment of the infinite that yearns to illuminate our true path. This spark is not merely metaphorical. It is the very essence of your spiritual DNA, a cosmic signature that marks you as unique among all beings who have ever walked this earth. Today, we gather in this sacred space to explore the profound question that has echoed through the corridors of time. Are you among the chosen ones? Not chosen by mere circumstance or earthly authority, but chosen by the very essence of existence itself to carry forward a unique spiritual light. Dear ones, understand that being chosen is not about superiority or separation from others. It is about recognizing and embracing the sacred responsibility that comes with spiritual awakening. For just as each star in the night sky has its own luminosity and purpose, so too does each awakening soul carry a unique frequency of light that is essential to the grand tapestry of universal consciousness. Beloved seekers, understand that the path we speak of today transcends the boundaries of traditional religious doctrine. This is not about following predetermined steps or adhering to rigid dogmas. No, this journey is far more profound. It is the awakening of your soul's deepest knowing, the unfoldment of your unique cosmic signature within the grand tapestry of existence. In the ancient mystery schools, it was understood that true spiritual awakening cannot be confined to temples of stone or words written in sacred texts. The real sanctuary lies in the silent chambers of your heart, where wisdom flows like an eternal spring, waiting to be discovered. This wisdom speaks not in the language of dogma, but in the subtle dialect of your soul's own truth. Consider for a moment the intricate tapestry of your life experiences. Every challenge, every moment of clarity, every inexplicable synchronicity. These are not random occurrences. They are the sacred breadcrumbs leading you toward your spiritual awakening. The universe speaks in whispers and signs, in dreams and intuitive flashes, in those moments when your heart knows a truth your mind cannot yet comprehend. Think of how a flower doesn't need instructions to bloom. It unfolds according to an inner wisdom, a divine blueprint encoded in its very essence. So too does your spiritual nature seek to express itself through the unique constellation of your being. This is why no two spiritual paths are identical, for each soul carries its own sacred frequency, its own divine melody within the cosmic symphony. In the depths of meditation, in the silence between breaths, in those precious moments when time seems to stand still, these are the gateways where your inner knowing emerges. It's in these sacred spaces that you begin to recognize the subtle guidance that has always been present, the gentle nudge that steers you away from what no longer serves, the mysterious pull towards certain people or places, the inexplicable knowing that arrives like a messenger from your future self. Dear ones, understand that this path requires not blind faith, but the courage to trust your inner compass. It asks you to honor the wisdom that speaks through your intuition, to recognize that your deepest yearnings are not random desires, but the echo of your soul's highest calling. Every moment of doubt, every challenge that tests your resolve, every period of apparent darkness, these are not obstacles on your path. They are the path itself, sculpting you into the awakened being you are destined to become. Think back to those sacred moments when reality seemed to shimmer with deeper meaning. Perhaps it was during a sunset that painted the sky in colors your eyes had never before witnessed, when the boundary between heaven and earth dissolved into pure golden light. Or in that instant when time seemed to stand still, and you felt connected to something vast and ineffable, a presence that both surrounded and permeated your being. These are not mere coincidences or flights of fancy. They are the sacred markers of your awakening consciousness, the first rays of dawn breaking through the veil of ordinary perception. In the depths of night, have you ever felt your soul stirring with questions that transcend the mundane? Have you experienced moments when the familiar world suddenly appeared strange and new, as if you were seeing through different eyes? These moments of awakening consciousness are like ripples in the fabric of reality, revealing glimpses of the infinite that lies just beyond our everyday awareness. The call manifests differently for each seeker, for each soul speaks its own divine language. For some, it arrives like thunder, a life-altering event that shatters the illusion of ordinary existence, perhaps through the loss of a loved one, a near-death experience, or a moment of profound revelation that changes everything in an instant. These souls are struck by lightning, their old world burned away in a flash of spiritual insight. For others it comes as a persistent whisper, a quiet knowing that grows stronger with each passing day. Like the gentle persistence of water-shaping stone, this calling gradually erodes the barriers of conditioning and doubt. You might notice it in the way certain books seem to find you at exactly the right moment, or in the recurring dreams that speak in the language of symbols and synchronicities. Yet regardless of how it appears, this call carries within it the seeds of profound transformation. It is the universe itself reaching out to awaken the dormant divinity within you. When you begin to recognize these sacred markers, the inexplicable tears that come during meditation, the sudden insights that arrive like gifts from the cosmos, the deep resonance you feel with ancient wisdom, you are experiencing the first stirrings of your soul's awakening. Dear ones, understand that once this call has been heard, it cannot be unheard. Like a flower that has glimpsed the sun, your soul will naturally turn toward the light of higher consciousness. The very fact that you are here, listening to these words, is evidence that the sacred call has already begun to echo in the chambers of your heart. trust in this calling, for it is the voice of your highest destiny speaking through the languages of synchronicity, intuition, and divine remembrance. In the ancient wisdom traditions, faith was never about blind belief. Rather, it was about developing an unshakable trust in the invisible threads that weave through existence, those golden strands of divine intention that connect every moment of your journey to a higher purpose. Consider the story of the butterfly emerging from its chrysalis. In that moment of transformation, it must trust in a process it cannot fully comprehend. In the darkness of its cocoon, it surrenders to a mystery that will transmute its entire being. This sacred trust is not born in the light of certainty, but in the twilight realms where mystery and knowing dance as one. It is forged in those liminal spaces where your logical mind must bow to the deeper wisdom of your soul. Like the seeds that journey into the dark earth with complete trust in their blooming, your spirit knows truths that your conscious mind is only beginning to grasp. Your faith will be tested not in temples or sacred texts, but in the laboratory of daily life. When the ground beneath your feet seems to crumble, when the path ahead disappears into fog, these are the moments that reveal the depth of your spiritual foundation. The question is not whether you will face darkness, but how you will carry your light through it. For it is in these shadowed valleys that your faith becomes not just a belief, but a living force that guides you through the unknown. Consider the ancient initiates who entered the mystery schools of Egypt and Greece. They understood that true spiritual awakening requires a willingness to walk into darkness, carrying only the lamp of inner knowing. They knew that each step into uncertainty was not a test of their worthiness, but an invitation to deepen their trust in the unseen realms that guide our existence. In your own journey, beloved ones, you will face moments when everything you thought you knew dissolves into mystery. Perhaps it's the loss of a cherished dream, an unexpected turn in your path, or a period of profound questioning that seems to shake the very foundations of your being. These are not punishments or obstacles. They are sacred initiations, moments when the universe invites you to trust in something deeper than surface reality. Remember that faith is not about knowing the entire path. It's about trusting the next step that appears before you. Like a pearl that forms in response to friction, your faith grows stronger with each challenge it encounters. Every moment of doubt becomes an opportunity to choose trust. Every period of uncertainty an invitation to lean into the wisdom of your higher self. The ancient mystery schools taught that the greatest temple lies within the sacred chambers of your own being. In the sanctuary of your consciousness, where silence speaks its profound truths, you will find the answers to the universe's deepest mysteries. But this inner pilgrimage requires more than casual introspection. It demands the courage to face yourself fully, to examine both the light and shadow within your being, to become both the observer and the observed in the great dance of self-discovery. Consider for a moment the depths that lie beneath the surface of your ordinary awareness. Like an ancient temple hidden beneath layers of earth, your true nature waits to be excavated with patience and reverence. Each moment of self-reflection is like a torch illuminating another corridor of this inner sanctuary, revealing inscriptions written in the sacred language of your soul. Through practices like meditation, you enter the silent chamber where wisdom dwells. In those precious moments when the mind grows still, you might catch glimpses of your eternal nature, like moonlight reflecting on still waters. Through contemplative walking, your feet become instruments of prayer, each step a communion with the earth that mirrors your inner journey. And in the sacred act of journaling, your pen becomes a divining rod, drawing forth the hidden streams of insight that flow beneath the surface of ordinary thought. Dear ones, understand that this journey of self-reflection is not about harsh judgment or criticism. It is about becoming a loving witness to your own unfolding, about watching with wonder as the petals of your consciousness gradually open to reveal the divine light within.
When you sit in silence with your own heart, You are like a gardener tending to sacred soil, creating space for new understanding to bloom. Each insight that emerges becomes a key, unlocking deeper chambers of self-understanding. These are not mere mental realizations, but profound awakenings that resonate through every level of your being. Like a crystal catching light and reflecting it in countless directions, each moment of true self-recognition illuminates new facets of your divine nature. Remember, beloved seekers, that this inner exploration is not a journey from imperfection to perfection, but from forgetfulness to remembrance. When you gaze into the mirror of self-reflection with compassion, you begin to recognize the divine light that has always been there, waiting patiently for you to turn your attention inward and remember your true nature. The path of the chosen one is not merely philosophical, it is deeply experiential, a sacred dance between your earthly presence and divine essence. Each spiritual practice you undertake is like a thread in a magnificent tapestry, weaving together the fabric of your awakening. In the temple of your daily life, these practices become bridges between the seen and unseen realms, portals through which divine wisdom flows into your conscious awareness. Whether you are drawn to meditation, where silence becomes your greatest teacher, or to prayer, where your heart opens like a flower to cosmic light, these practices are not mere routines. They are ancient technologies of transformation, sacred keys that unlock the dormant chambers of your spiritual potential. In the sacred movement of yoga or dance, your body becomes a living prayer, each gesture a communion with the divine rhythms that pulse through existence. And in those precious moments of communion with nature, you remember that you too are a child of the cosmos, made of stardust and dreams. Consider how water, through its persistent flow, can shape even the hardest stone. So too do your spiritual practices gradually reshape your consciousness, aligning you more fully with your divine nature. Like a master sculptor working with infinite patience, each moment of practice chips away at the layers that obscure your true essence. The key lies not in the quantity of your practice, but in the quality of your presence within it, in those precious moments when your entire being becomes a living flame of devotion. In the ancient mystery schools, initiates understood that spiritual practice was not about achieving perfection, but about creating sacred space for divine grace to enter. Each breath becomes a prayer, each mindful step a pilgrimage, each moment of presence an offering to the infinite. As you deepen in your practice, you begin to recognize that the entire universe is conspiring to support your awakening. Every challenge becomes an invitation to practice deeper presence, every obstacle an opportunity to strengthen your spiritual muscles. Remember, beloved ones, that consistency in spiritual practice is like tending a sacred fire. Some days the flames may burn bright with inspiration. Other days they may seem to flicker in the winds of doubt. Yet it is your steady dedication, your willingness to show up day after day at the altar of your own transformation, that gradually transmutes your entire being into a vessel of divine light. Let each practice be an act of deep listening, a tender dialogue between your human heart and the infinite wisdom that seeks to express through you. For in these sacred moments of communion, you are not just practicing techniques, you are remembering your true nature, awakening to the divine presence that has always dwelt within you, waiting patiently for you to turn your attention inward and recognize your eternal essence. Beloved seekers, understand that the universe is not testing you to determine your worth. It is revealing your true nature through the circumstances it presents. Like a master alchemist, it orchestrates the precise conditions needed for your spiritual gold to emerge from the raw materials of experience. Each challenge that appears in your path is not an obstacle to be overcome, but a teacher bearing precious wisdom, wrapped in the garments of everyday life. In the ancient mystery traditions, it was understood that initiation never happened solely in temples or sacred groves. It occurred in the living laboratory of human experience. Every circumstance that brings you to your knees becomes an altar of transformation. Every situation that pushes you beyond your comfort becomes a gateway to deeper awakening. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, knows exactly which experiences will illuminate the shadows where your greatest growth awaits. When relationships mirror your unhealed wounds, they are not showing you your failures. They are revealing the places where love seeks to penetrate more deeply. When material circumstances push you to evolve beyond old limitations, they are not restricting you. They are invitation to expand into greater abundance consciousness. And when health challenges invite you to deeper self-care, they are not punishments. They are sacred messengers, calling you back to the wisdom of your body's temple. Consider how a diamond forms, not in gentle conditions, but under immense pressure and heat. Your consciousness similarly transforms through life's intense moments. Each difficulty you encounter is like sacred fire, burning away the illusions that separate you from your true nature. These are not random hardships, but precisely calibrated initiations, each one designed to awaken a different facet of your divine potential. In the tapestry of your journey, even the darkest threads serve a purpose. Those moments when you feel most lost, these are the sacred crossroads where new directions reveal themselves. The times of greatest uncertainty, these are the cosmic pauses where your soul can realign with its highest purpose. What appears as chaos on the surface is actually a deep ordering principle, orchestrating your evolution with perfect divine timing. Remember, precious ones, that you never walk these paths alone. The very challenges that test you are also embracing you, holding you in a cocoon of transformation. Trust in the sacred alchemy of experience, for it is through these very situations that your spiritual understanding moves from concept to embodied truth, from intellectual knowing to living wisdom. Within each of us resides a constellation of divine archetypes, sacred patterns that reflect different aspects of universal consciousness. Like stars in the vast night sky of your inner being, these eternal energies shine with unique frequencies of divine light. Each archetype is a living portal through which cosmic wisdom flows into earthly expression, a sacred channel through which the infinite speaks its truth through your unique being. The healer carries the gift of restoration, their hands becoming channels for divine grace, their heart a sanctuary where wounded souls find solace. In the silence between breaths, they hear the whispered wisdom of what needs to be made whole. Through their presence, the sacred medicine of unconditional love flows into the world's broken places. The warrior stands as a guardian of sacred truth, embodying divine protection not through force, but through unwavering presence and spiritual courage. They walk the razor's edge between power and compassion, their strength tempered by wisdom, their actions guided by the highest good of all. The teacher illuminates the path for others, their words becoming bridges between the known and the unknown. Through their insight, ancient wisdom finds new expression, awakening the dormant knowledge that sleeps in every heart. They are the keepers of sacred fire, passing the torch of understanding from one generation to the next. The mystic peers beyond the veil of ordinary reality, their consciousness dancing between worlds. In the depths of meditation, they decode the symbolic language of the universe, translating cosmic whispers into earthly understanding. Through their vision, others glimpse the magnificent tapestry of interconnected being. Your dominant archetype is not a limitation, it is a divine signature, as unique as your fingerprint in the great book of existence. It is the particular way the universe has chosen to express itself through your being, a sacred frequency that you alone can broadcast into the world. Like a crystal that refracts light in its own perfect pattern, your archetypal nature reveals specific facets of divine consciousness. By understanding and embracing your archetypal nature, you align more fully with your spiritual purpose. This is not about fitting yourself into a predefined box, but about recognizing the unique gifts encoded in your spiritual DNA. When you honor your archetypal essence, you become a clear channel through which universal wisdom can flow, offering your distinctive medicine to a world in need of every form of light. Dear ones, these tests are not meant to be passed or failed in the ordinary sense. They are sacred mirrors, reflecting back to you the truth of your own divine nature, each one offering a unique facet of your eternal essence. Like moonlight dancing on still waters, they reveal the depths that have always existed within you, waiting to be recognized and embraced. The journey of the chosen one is not about reaching a destination. It is about becoming ever more fully who you already are at the deepest level. Consider how a crystal forms in the depths of the earth, gradually revealing its perfect geometry through time and pressure. So too does your spiritual nature emerge through the alchemy of experience, each challenge and triumph polishing another facet of your divine being. As you integrate these understandings, remember that every moment carries the potential for awakening. Every breath can be a prayer, whispered from the depths of your being to the infinite expanse of consciousness. Every action can be an offering, a sacred dance between your individual expression and the cosmic choreography. Every challenge can be a doorway to deeper truth, an invitation to step more fully into the light of your authentic nature. In this sacred process of becoming, trust that the universe conspires to support your awakening. Like a flower that knows exactly when to bloom, your soul carries within it the perfect timing of its own unfolding. You are not learning who you are. You are remembering, unveiling, awakening to the truth that has always lived in the silent chambers of your heart. The question, "Are you a chosen one?" can only be answered by the whispers of your own soul in those sacred moments when your heart beats in rhythm with the cosmic pulse. But know this, beloved seekers, the very fact that you are drawn to explore these mystical depths, that you feel called to something greater than ordinary existence, is itself a sign of your awakening consciousness, a sacred flame igniting within the temple of your being. Your journey continues beyond this moment, unfolding like a lotus blossom in the eternal dawn of spiritual awakening. Let these insights be not just concepts in your mind, but seeds planted in the fertile soil of your being, watered by your dedication and warmed by the light of your conscious awareness. Trust in the unfolding of your path, embrace the sacred tests that appear before you, and remember always that you carry within you a light that is uniquely yours to share with the world. A divine frequency that only your soul can broadcast into the tapestry of existence. May your path be illuminated by divine grace, and may your journey reveal the profound truth of who you have always been. A sacred vessel of infinite potential, awakening to the power and purpose that has lived within you since the beginning of time. The universe awaits your blossoming. The time is now.